The kiddos are in bed. They're all wiped out, and we are going to relax.
Good choice.
Very good choice. Something that is crazy and it is finally actually sinking in is that this week marks 1 full year since the kids came into custody and have been living with us here at home.
Yeah, so 1 year since we've known them.
Yeah, which is wild because I feel like it feels equal parts like, oh my gosh, it's only been a year, and then also equal parts, it's been forever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't remember our life before then.
Thinking back to the beginning and just like how much of a roller coaster being a foster parent is, especially if you've never done it before and it's your first placement, is when we first got the kids, we asked ourselves, like, did we make a mistake by doing this? Do we even really want kids? That first week with the kids was such a life-changing experience, and it was such a shock going from not having the responsibility of taking care of someone else to having the responsibility to take care of 3 other people, including yourself, and try to work.
And your animal, and your animals.
Yeah, I mean,
and our goat.
We definitely had a struggle the first month with the kids.
Yeah.
And I feel like it wasn't until they left that we realized, oh man, I mean, that was tough, but like, what did we do before the kids? And it's just such a roller coaster. So if you're considering foster care and there's going to be moments where you're questioning whether or not you should be doing what you're doing, but just stick with it and have a support system. We met some really cool foster families during this process and were able to bounce some of our thoughts off of them and also our family. So it's one of those things that you will definitely, if you're going from no kids to having kids, you're going to have those moments where you're like, what did I do?
Yeah.
But now I cannot imagine our life without kids in it. Having that family dynamic has like made our life so much more enjoyable than what it already was.
100%.
It was just like the icing on the cake. So
yeah, and I do also want to be clear that we would not have been able to do this without our friends and family. PJ's mom and little sister moved in with us for the first 2 weeks and were just helping us so much, and like a physical presence was here with us, and were just so immensely helpful. And then I was on the phone with my older sister who has 6 kids of her own all the time, like, what did you do about this? I was talking to my mom, and
I mean, we still do this too.
Oh my gosh,
we were on the phone with Amy, Thomas's older sister,
last week for an hour.
So she is who we go to for, hey, what do you think about this, and this?
Yeah, she's like a professional mom. So I mean, yeah, it's kind of like a learn as you go, take it day by day type of thing. But, and there's also, I mean, it's also brought up challenges in our relationship because
different parenting styles.
We have such different parenting styles, and I don't think there's any shame in talking about that. We do, and we have clashed before, and we'll say things or do things that the other doesn't think is, maybe it's not how they would do it, and we voice those concerns to each other, and like, yes, we have gotten in arguments over it, and that's bound to happen, especially in the first year of parenting. But it's been such a great learning process, and like seeing PJ like be a dad has been a whole new factor in our relationship. And we've been together for 10 years, and it's so neat to discover something about your life partner after 10 years. And what I discovered is that he's a great dad. I mean, I'm not surprised because you're good at everything that you put your mind to, but it's just neat seeing you as a dad, like in a whole new role. So it's been a wonderful, hard, challenging, scary, exhilarating adventure this past year.
Yeah, I would not change anything about it.
No.
Other than global pandemic and
yes, can't plan for that.
Yeah.
But it is. I mean, it's happening. We're making it through.
thinking back to last July compared to this July, it's completely different. Like the kids are completely different kids than what they were when we first met them. They've grown so much.
That's what cows do. They move.
Moo.
Moo cow.
Moo.
Moo cow.
Moo. Where's black cow?
They are all like making such huge milestones. It's just really neat to see and like look back. Like we've been looking back on some of the videos from last July and August, and the kids are just so different. It's so crazy to see.
Well, why don't we talk about some of the differences? So when we first got them,
all 3 kids were in diapers. So we had an 18-month-old, a 2.5-year-old, and a 4-year-old. The oldest was getting close to being potty trained. I think he was aware that pooping in his diaper was like a bad thing, but was still doing it. And it took probably 2 or 3 weeks before he was potty trained.
Yeah.
And then the middle kiddo, little brother, he was like working his way up to being potty trained by the end of the first month. And then
Still took a while though.
it took a while.
It
Yeah,
took about
even
6 more
past that,
months.
yeah.
After that. And then he wasn't really talking. He only knew a couple words. He still had his binky in his mouth.
Which we still have. It's in the drawer over here.
You want this one? Here you go.
The peekaboo. Whoa, Mickey Mouse! Mickey Mouse!
You want that one?
Yeah, Mickey Mouse!
Which one?
Mickey Mouse! Mickey!
So he would say like Binky, which was his pacifier, and he would say Kiki. Kiki could mean a bunch of different things.
Usually meant food, I think, right?
Yeah, but he didn't say much other than those 2
E
things.
binky, e binky.
Yeah.
That means like basically give me my binky.
The oldest did not know, he didn't have the understanding of, or concept of like counting or numbers.
1,
Uh-huh.
2, 4.
He didn't know his ABCs.
Didn't know his colors or his shapes.
And so we immediately started working with him on that stuff. And so now he's like able to like pick out words whenever we read books. So he can do his ABCs now, he can do his colors, he can count to like almost 50 now. He knows how to spell his name, his brother's name, his sister's name. He knows how to spell a few different words, like park and walk and fart.
And cat and hat.
Sis is working on vocab. She's not talking yet. She wants to talk really badly, but she's not there yet. She's getting close, but she's not there yet.
She is taking her time. She is a woman who knows what she wants and will not let anyone tell her anything.
Yeah, we are just coming out of terrible twos, I think, because
Yes.
she's 2.5, and the last few months up until about 3 weeks ago have been really rough with her. She's been having tantrums and screaming, and her personality is a little different here in the last 3 weeks.
That's true. We were talking about how the last couple weeks have been so much more enjoyable with her because we're kind of understanding what she wants more, and she's kind of able to vocalize it a little better. But you guys remember, I read many a comment about how funny she was whenever she would do her tantrums, and so they definitely remember that.
This is the definition of terrible twos.
Yep. Sis is in the full swing of terrible twos. She is currently on the ground pouting because she threw the chalk, and we said she couldn't throw the chalk. And this is how she's dealing with it. This is her dealing.
Since this is like the 1-year recap video of our foster care journey, this is going to be something that we're going to want to look back maybe next year if we still have the kids, or even like if we don't have the kids, something to look back on.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to walk you through our thought process throughout this last year. Because
Yes.
it's been, foster care is definitely a roller coaster, and it has so many up and down moments. And we definitely lived through all of it. So we're gonna break down this last year with the kids and kind of walk you through everything that happened in this year, and we'll do it quickly. So we did the foster care training classes. So we are officially halfway through our foster care classes. We're so close. We only have like 3 or 2 more weeks.
1, 2, 3. 3 more weeks to about 4 more classes.
So by the end of June 2019, we will officially be finished with foster care training. And we'll be licensed, and we're excited.
We're so excited. We feel very called to this for some reason.
So we've officially done 1, 2, 3, 4. We've done 5 classes so far, and we still have 4 classes left. Yeah, 4 classes left. We got our house approved, and the home study was approved, and our house was officially open. The day our house was open was the day that we got the kids. We actually started discussing the possibility of getting the kids before our house was even open. Got to meet the kids and said yes, we want to take them. At the time, we were told that there could be some learning disabilities and then some other health circumstances. Come to find out, months into it, we found out none of that stuff was actually true. So we went into it knowing that there could be some special challenges to face. All of that went out the door very quickly because that was not a thing. We got the kids. About a week or 2 into getting the kids, we were told that a family member may be taking custody of the kids. And a month into having the kids, we found out while on a business trip that had already been planned. We were actually out of the country, and we found out that the kids would be going back to their family. We were in Amsterdam. We both were in front of the Van Gogh Museum, sitting on a bench, and we both were crying.
Oh my gosh, it was awful. It was so sad.
It was a sad moment. So we were really upset on that trip just because we knew that we were lucky enough that we were gonna get to come home, get the kids from the respite, basically the other foster family that was watching the kids while we were out of town, and pick the kids up, have them one more night, get to say bye, and then take them to their family. What is that?
This.
Ooh. Is this a new blanket? Wow.
Whoa.
Ooh, a new toothbrush and a new car.
A family member, not their bio parents.
Yeah, grandmother, aunt, and uncle took custody. So that happened. We get home, we do that. We meet the family the next day, and we drop the kids off, and we were completely devastated for the next
2 weeks.
2 weeks, and then I'll let you tell some of the story too.
Yeah, we would just be in the kitchen, and we would look over and see where like one of the kiddos would sit and eat, and then we would just start crying. And that's one of the tricky parts about foster care, and that's why a lot of people don't get into it, is because it is sad when the kids go home if you have that connection with them. So that was us. Very hard. But then 2 weeks into it, we had mentioned to
I think we reached out. We reached out to the aunt and said, if you ever need someone to babysit, we would love to babysit for whatever you need us for.
Yeah, like if you ever need any help, our schedule is flexible, let us know.
All 3 of the aunt, the uncle, and the grandmother, they all have crazy work schedules, so we knew that it may pop up that they need a babysitter. So we wanted to throw that out there just in case.
And surprisingly to us, we were not expecting it, but they took us up on our offer, and we got a call. And
I think it was 3 weeks.
Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks after they went home, we got a call, and we were like, oh my gosh, we would love to babysit. So we go and get them, and they're like, they could stay with you guys for the weekend. And so we get there, and we're like, what if they don't remember us? What if, because they're so young, like what if they forget? And
or what if they don't want to come with us?
That too. But we get there, and we open the door, and they come running, and they're like, PJ Thomas, and like we melted. They remembered us. They didn't forget about us.
We are en route to go pick up the kids. We're like 2 minutes away, but we're so excited.
I always get so nervous right before seeing them for some reason.
I'm not nervous.
It's a good it's like an exciting, good nervous.
Okay, go back.
So we just got the kiddos. They're in the back. We're heading to PJ's aunt's house now. It's a gorgeous day. We're gonna have some lunch and spend some time with the family. So that scenario kind of happened for the next 3 months. As you guys, I mean, you can go back and watch our videos. For about a 3-month period, we babysat them on and off.
Keep going.
Pretty much nonstop. And we developed this really real bond with them. It was like no time had passed at all. And it was like they were family to us. And so, okay,
Just keep.
PJ's getting a shirt. We had mentioned to the family, and we had kind of both spoken back and forth, us and the family, like, you know, if their work schedules were getting increasingly more challenging, and if we would be open to the idea of potentially taking them back. We didn't know how that would work. They didn't either. Anyways, they talked to the caseworker, and as it turned out, it was possible since we were already pre-approved to take them.
And at this point, the family like took the kids back with the intention that the parents would get some stuff completed so that they could take the kids back. And the longer that went, it was becoming more aware that the kids were going to be in custody longer. And so I think because of that situation, we were coming up on, was it 6 months?
It was about 5 months. It was about 5 months.
Yeah.
So it was about 5 months into it, and it was becoming apparent that the parents were not completing what they needed to do to get the kids back. So this was looking like more of a long-term thing, and so the kiddos family said that they trusted us with the kids, and they would love it if we were open to it, if we could take the kiddos back and be their official, like, foster family again, foster parents for the foreseeable future.
I'm gonna turn the air off.
So we took them back in November of last year, and they have been with us ever since.
As of yesterday, we have taken the kids back, and so we will have them most likely for the next couple of months. I see us probably having them up until, I'm going to say July. We'll know for sure kind of what that is going to look more like at the beginning of February.
Yes, and end of January, beginning of February.
Yeah.
So basically, what all of that to say, what that means is that we are officially the 3 kiddos foster parents again.
Mm-hmm.
You'll remember that we had them for 3 weeks in the middle of summer. They went to go live with a family member. We babysat them for on and off for 3 months, and now, as of yesterday, we are officially their foster parents again.
Mm-hmm.
So they're with us full time. They've been with us for a week now. And we've just been waiting until everything was finalized to announce it. So that is our news. One of the questions that we get all the time is if we've adopted the kids. And for the record, we have not adopted the kids. We have always said we would be so honored to get the chance to adopt them if that opportunity ever comes up. Right now, though, we are just going to be there for them as long as they need us to be. We love them. We are obsessed in love and would do anything for them. So that's kind of where we stand on them. We have officially celebrated all the holidays together. We have celebrated all their birthdays, our birthdays.
All right. Happy birthday to you. So anyways, the kids are asleep and it's only 8:30, which is an early night.
Yeah, they're in bed early tonight again.
We're gonna call it a night and drink some wine and have some popcorn.
I say popcorn for sure.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining in on this video. We hope you guys are doing well, and we will talk to you soon.
Bye, y'all. Hold on, buddy. No, hold on, sweetie.
Hold on. Every day is a little, and Play-Doh is always a thing.
We have our hands full, but it's been an experience.
Ups and downs, lots of ups and downs.
Hold on, babe. It's been a roller coaster. Some days we're like, what are we doing? Like, oh my gosh. And then other days we're like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest thing we've ever done. So it's been such a great, eye-opening experience.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things misplaced around our house, like the lotion over here. I had to put that up there because one of the kids kept squirting on their hands.
And there's candles up there too.
So they won't.
Okay, I'll show you in a second. Anyways, we just wanted to give you guys an update. We plan on doing lots of updates over the next couple of months. But for now, that's gonna end our video. He's coming. Okay, we gotta go, bye.